How you doing? This is Coach DeCarlo. Today we're going to be talking about the essence of faith because, see, this is going to be the foundation for all the things that you're going to manifest in your life. So we want to give you some tools of understanding so that you can move forward and understand how this mind stuff works in metaphysics and so forth. So let's talk about faith. That sounds like a George Michael song. Want to talk about faith? No, okay, I'm joking. And like I said, today we're going to be talking about faith. So what is faith? It says that in Hebrews 11:1, it says that faith is the assurance in things hoped for and the evidence of the things not seen. So faith is being assured. So let's start here. Faith. So being assured is to say one is feeling assured. So feeling, let's do the faith first. Faith. Faith. So first and foremost, we'll say that faith is feeling. When you feel confident about something, you're operating by faith. If you're feeling a belief in something, you're feeling pretty assured that this thing is going to happen, that's a state of faith. So let's start with feeling. Now, understand this, that feelings is a two-edged sword. Many times when we think about faith, we think about faith only in the positive, but faith can also be exercised in the negative, a fearful anticipation in things hoped or thoughts held. So also remember, so even though we can have a feeling assured in things hoped or a favorable anticipation in thoughts or things hoped or thoughts held, it can also be a fearful anticipation in thoughts held or things hoped. So what we're going to do here today, though, faith is feeling assured. So if one is feeling assured, we can say one is feeling confident that he or she has the request of the things that they're hoping for. So in is to be into relationship, a binding. What is your trust in? So in this case here, things thoughts, I use both. I want to use hoped. So what are we going back to? We're feeling assured in things. Things cover what? Scripture says whatsoever. So when we're talking about whatsoever, whatever you can imagine, that's the things or the thoughts held. So let's go ahead and put whatsoever. Now, because we don't use whatsoever as often, we just say whatever. So we'll say whatever. Whatever you're giving your attention to. So faith, feeling assured in whatever you're giving your attention to. So it could be better health, or it could be bad health. Remember, I said that faith is a two-sided coin. It can work towards you or against you, depending upon what it is that you're giving your attention to. God says, don't worship the things on the without. When we begin giving our attention on the things of the without, that's what has our power. So whatsoever covers the gambit of everything. Whatever you can get. Jesus said that you shall give an account for every idle thought. So idle thoughts also fall up under whatsoever. We think that when we're exercising faith that it's only the good stuff. And because we believe that it's only the good stuff, we have a misconception of faith. But remember, faith is feeling assured in things, thoughts, whatsoever a person can give his, her attention to. What is it that you're giving your attention to, creators? Because that's what you're giving your faith to. Now, as we're going through, feeling assured in things, thoughts, whatsoever, hoped. So we can say faith is feeling assured in things hoped or thoughts held. What thoughts? Whatsoever. Whatever you're giving your attention to, that's becoming the magnet. So you have this is a simulation of a horseshoe magnet. You remember those magnets in kids, as kids? And it's attracting something. The question is, what is your faith attracting? Depending upon what you're giving your attention to, creators, that's what you're pulling into your life. So things never work out for me is what you're giving your attention to. Universe, let's call the magnet, since it's kind of got that U shape anyway. Universe first says, be it unto you according, we'll abbreviate that for time's sake, according to your what? Faith. So we go back, feeling assured in things hoped for. You say, well, Coach, I didn't believe that. Just because you think that you're not thinking it on a conscious level doesn't mean that you're not feeling that state at a subconscious level. You can have a feeling. You can have an attitude, and that's as much as saying the word. Sometimes you look at them and say, I just don't like them. Now, you may not say that you don't like them, but in your emotions, there's something that flares up in you that says, I don't like that person. And you don't even know where it comes from, but that's bespoken, that's speaking that thing into existence. So we have to be mindful of what we're giving our attention to, or our attitudes, our feelings, our states, our emotions, because otherwise what you're going to do is reproduce that effect in your world, because universe says, oh, she wants more of that. Let me see about giving them more of that. So, as a result, you start drawing to you. Get another horseshoe here. Likes, attracts, likes. Y'all can kind of get through my chicken scratch there, my pig Latin. But my whole point is, whatever you're giving your attention to, creators, that's what you're drawing into your life. So you say, well, I want my SP back. But you're sending out energy that's less than lovely, and every time you're with your SP, you're in conflict. And what happens is now you guys that were once so loving, you're acting as an insect repellent, or in this case here, a love repellent. And you wonder, I love this person, we're so passionate, and so forth and so forth and so forth. Why can't we stay together? Because you're deflecting, you're acting as a repellent for love with that person. If you want that person back, then you have to become that person that the two of you were when you were attracted to one another. Then, of course, what you have is like attracting like. But right now, you got this one going this way and this one going this, so you're acting as repellents. Faith is feeling assured in things hoped or thoughts held. So whatever the thought. Now understand, the thought is not the thought at the conscious level. Let me say that again. The thought is not the thought at the conscious level. It's subconscious mind that acts as the attractor or the repellent. Now, you start at a conscious level, thinking lovely and of a good report, but if you can't see it in your mind's eye, in your imagination, at the subconscious level, it's nothing more than chatter. And what's going to happen is your feelings are going to tell a different story. You say, well, every day and every way I'm becoming more and more abundant. But your feeling says, I don't feel like I'm abundant. But you keep saying it. You keep affirming until your feelings line up with what it is that you're saying. But the key, when you're looking at manifesting at a subconscious level, get into a relaxed state, what we call an alpha state. And as you're in that alpha state, begin to imagine yourself attracting abundance. Because see, right now, the picture that you're attracting in your mind's eye at that alpha level, when you're relaxed watching TV and saying, I sure feel broke. Now, you're not verbally saying that, but your state is saying that. When you begin to imagine at the alpha level, the subconscious mind takes that as the command. So you begin saying every day in every way, I'm becoming more and more abundant, but you also begin to go into your mind's eye and see yourself becoming one who is abundant. As you move forward in that, that's what you're going to begin to attract into your life. Say it's love. Every day in every way, I'm attracting more and more love. Now, of course, you can create your own affirmation. I'm just giving you something to work with. But every day in every way, I'm attracting love. When you begin seeing yourself as a love magnet, when you begin seeing yourself as someone who is attractive, lovable, worthy of love, then you begin to attract to yourself likes, attract likes. Unlikes, go down here, I'm making up a word here, unlikes, fail to attract. When you're trying to attract something unlike yourself, even if you get it for a moment, Scripture says this, to him who has, more shall be given. Likes attracting likes. But to him who has not, even that which she does not have in consciousness, down through subconscious, will unlike, fail to attract. So you're not going to attract that you're not occupying the state. And no matter what teacher tells you and all these things and people tell you, if you're not in the appropriate state, even if you attract your ideal mate, you're not going to keep them because you don't feel that you're worthy to have that person. You don't feel like, there are no good men out there, that women can't be trusted. Whatever the story is that you're telling yourself, that's what you're going to be reproducing in your world. So, creators, today we've been talking about faith. Feeling assured in the things hoped. Remember, faith is a two-edged sword. So it can be a fearful anticipation in thoughts held, or it can be feeling assured in the things hoped or thoughts held. You determine. And remember this, creators, that only you can create your perfect world. Not God, not me, not man. Only you can create your perfect world. This is Coach DeCarlo, and have a great and abundant day.